On July 9th, the Elias Community Center hosted their very first back-to-school resource fair. There were over 120 local families that registered, and there were over 40 adult volunteers. The money that was actually collected at our church's Vacation Bible School earlier in that summer was used to purchase the diapers that were donated at the resource fair.
A huge part of my son's life is Vacation Bible School. We have always served. He loves to come every year, which is why it was very important that this year he took part when all the children from VBS and everyone raised money to go towards purchasing diapers for our community. Such an important thing for our community to understand that we're not just here for religious and spiritual needs, but we're here for other needs such as their physical sustenance as well.
They had bounce houses and face painting and balloon making, and when they walked into our community center, they could have backpacks and school supplies completely free at their disposal. We had diapers and a medical station to provide physicals, and also dental work and haircuts and massages for the parents, because parents need to know that they are loved. At the end of the event, the kids got to take photos and show off their awesome haircuts. We actually heard from some of our local community members that this was the first time that they had stepped foot on our campus. What a beautiful testimony and example of what Azure Hills Church is about. We're about community. We're about welcoming people into our family. So we hope to do more of this in the future.
At Azure Hills, we've committed to having blood drives 4 times a year. These blood drives are really important to me because the blood that we're able to collect goes back to the community in the same kinds of ways that Jesus shed his blood for us. His blood was our life, and we want to be able to give life to our community members as well.
I'm the Health Ministries Director here at Azure Hills Church, and one of the things that we do here at our church is we have pickleball every Sunday morning and Tuesday night. What I found with pickleball is that it's a great way to make relationships, to engage with the community. After a few weeks, we know who they are, we're having fun, we're laughing. Then when we have other programs, because now we've established this relationship with them, we can invite them into other things, and now they're much more open to participating in other things that we're going to be doing here at the church. I just love pickleball as part of my what I call exercise evangelism, because it's a great way to meet new people wherever I go.
This is pickleball. Last spring I started playing, and it's great fun and it's good exercise.
We're open to anyone who wants to come. It's not just for church members, it's for community outreach. We are here to show that Adventists are really friendly, open people. We have a lot of different people that come. We have some young people, anywhere from 20s to 60s and 70s, even have had a couple of 80-year-olds. Robert, he has an artificial heart and he still plays.
I've played with Obi probably close to 4 years, even before I had my heart attack. So yeah, this is one of the friendlier courts to play at.
For me, if I have fun doing exercise, I'm liable to do it. People from all over the Inland Empire who come here to play, they've learned about it. We have all 4 courts going on Sunday mornings pretty regularly.
I started playing at Azure Hills about 2.5, 3 years ago. I got started, and I'm not stopping because it is awesome. You don't have to be good. You can be as bad as you can, and that's okay. Everybody's so patient, and we just get along just great.
It's competitive, but it's friendly.
It's mainly about playing and not about winning. That's what I need for my LVAD. It's called a left ventricle assist device. It's a big old pump mounted inside my chest, and it just pushes blood through me. I had a massive heart attack from stress, pre-diabetic, and cholesterol. But my problem was I didn't go to the doctor. I waited 15 hours. Well, by waiting 15 hours, I killed my heart. So I got put in ICU for 30-something days, and what they did is they kept putting these different pumps in me until they got me to this LVAD where it can get me out of the hospital. Well, the only difference from me and most people is I've excelled on it, and they've never seen that happen before. Most people just survive until they can get their transplants.
There's quite a few different courts all around the area, but in the whole city of Grand Terrace, Azure Hills Church is the only area that has any pickleball courts.
Thank you, Azure Hills, for the court. We really appreciate you guys having it for us.
Just love it. I just love it.
YouTurn is a health program that involves intentional change in habits of diet and exercise for the purpose of quality of life and quantity of life. Most of the time, Dr. Hans Deal was the presenter.
Somebody from the community told me about Dr. Hans Deal. They said, Phyllis, I think this program will really help you with all the medical issues that you're having. If I didn't get my eating under control, I wouldn't be sitting here today. My A1C was at 15.1. I got in this program in March of 2021. By July, my A1C was reduced down to a 6.6. That's unheard of. I got off my night and daytime insulin by just being in his program, and I got my oral medication reduced from 25 milligrams down to 10 milligrams, and I was on 25 medication. Today, I'm only taking 1 medication. I had neuropathy in my feet. By July of 2021, my neuropathy had reversed. I had my nerves back in my feet. I had a kidney failure. It was a 58. I was in stage 3. Today, my kidney is normal. I was suffering from congestive heart failure, and my heart has reversed. When I came to this program, I was walking with a walker. As of March of this year, I no longer walk with a walker. This year, I started a little light jogging. So that's a major accomplishment.
Even though I've been a lifelong vegetarian, you can be a very unhealthy vegetarian, even vegan. I think one of the big advantages of the YouTurn program is that it not only gave us the theory, but it gave us the nuts and bolts, the how-to, this is what you do. I would say most, if not all of us who followed that really strict regimen that first week, we lost weight. I lost about 35 pounds, and my numbers all came down. Cholesterol numbers came down, blood pressure came down, triglycerides came down, and I remember seeing my primary care physician. He said, this number, that the triglycerides, you can't fake that. You can't just take a pill and it solves that. The theme for our ministry here at Azure Hills this year has been thrive. The word thrive implies a holistic approach to health. Health spiritually, mentally, and physically. And that holistic approach is encapsulated in that word thrive. And the YouTurn program was certainly a great component of that theme of ministry that we have here at Azure Hills.
One of the things I love about our God is that when we place what we have in God's hands, God multiplies it. In the parables Jesus told, he says it will produce 30, 60, 100-fold what was planted. And that's what God is doing with the work that we're doing here. That we place what we have, our time. Maybe you're serving on the community center board, or you've come out to volunteer, or you've been giving to Vision in Action, which funds all of this and makes it possible. What God promises is he'll take what we've given and multiply it, blessing people, changing their lives, bringing them closer to Jesus because of what we've given. Do you know that many times up to 30% of our local church budget comes during these last 6 weeks of the year? So your Vision in Action giving makes all the difference for being able to participate in ministry, to do things like this that matter for the sake of our neighborhood. So thank you. Thank you for giving. Thank you for making a difference together. We're so grateful that you're a part of this movement here at Azure Hills Church.